Alright, what up, everybody? So I'm back and I'm here going to review season 2 of 13 Reasons Why. Um, just a side note, I will be doing a review on Infinity Wars. I still have to do my part 4 review of Black Panther, and I'm still going to do Black Museum um, episode of Black Mirror. So I'm going to do all of that. I have a lot to record. So let's get into season 2 of 13 Reasons Why. Now, watching 13 Reasons Why, I realized the dumb decisions that a lot of these characters do, that these characters make. And it's because, they're teenagers. I'm 29 right now. Last year I was 28, and that's when season 1 of 13 Reasons Why came out. And I was just like, these dumb teenagers. I'm sure if I watched this as a teenager, maybe in a way I could relate to these characters. Maybe. Well, there's actually no character I can really relate to in this television show. I even asked myself, was high school, at least my high school, was it this drama filled? And of course I understand this is a series, this is a television show, so they always have to they always have to, escalate the drama because it's a television series. But I take it for what it is. It's trying to push out a message. And what is that message? Well, the message of boys slash men, especially in season 2, feel this entitlement towards girls, and girls do have a rough time in high school because of whatever reputation that they have to uphold. And then also with boys, because the problem with Bryce's character is, yes, he's an asshole and he's straight up evil, but the biggest problem is that he is surrounded by enablers, from his parents to the school to his friends. Most all of them enable his behavior. There's not one person that calls Bryce out on his bullshit. In season 2, you had Zach that eventually started calling Bryce out on his bullshit, and that basically tear down their friendship. Even Justin, to a certain degree, called Bryce out on his bullshit. And it just makes you realize, are those really those people that he calls friends, are they only his friends because they enable him, or are they actually his true diehard friends? Because to me, a friend is somebody that can tell you the hardcore truth about yourself, whether or not you want to listen to it. Those are your true friends, because they're willing to tell you the truth about yourself so that you'll be able to better yourself. And nobody has done that to Bryce. Nobody has told Bryce, listen, you cannot fuck with girls if girls do not give you their consent. And I think it's a mirror for a lot of men. Us women, we can go out and say what we want to say, do what we want to do, bring forth to light some of the things that men do. But if men do not check other men, this behavior will always continue, because at the end of the day, it's the men that has to check themselves, that have to check their boys. And unfortunately, if men continue to enable other men to do certain behaviors, it's going to continue. Unfortunately, no matter how loud us women keep saying this isn't right. That's the problem with, I think that's the biggest problem with Bryce's character. And even after the shitty verdict that he got, it was a shitty verdict. His parents didn't put him in therapy. His parents didn't seek some sort of help for him. There was a scene where Bryce is having a flashback of him raping Hannah, and he actually starts to get a hard on. He starts to get an erection. So he gets turned on by having sex with women who do not give his consent. So he knows what he is doing. He has a problem, and unfortunately there are people out there that are like that get off from raping somebody. Whether it doesn't have to be a man. There are women that do that as well. You hear stories of women who are having sex with underage boys, and you just wonder what the fuck is going through their minds, you know. There are people that just get turned on by that. So Bryce has a fucking problem, and nobody is trying to address it. Nobody is trying to fix it for him. And I have a feeling whoever wrote, especially came up with Bryce's outcome, his verdict, I feel as if they followed the Brock Turner case, because there's a lot of similarities between Bryce and Brock Turner. They're both white cis males. They both come from wealthy, rich families, and they're both surrounded by enablers. They're both popular athletes, and they both get off from having sex with unconscious girls. If you think Brock Turner, if you think that was the only girl, unconscious girl that he had sex with and got away with it, well, in this case, well, I guess technically he did, because he only got 6 months in jail, but he got out in 3 due to good behavior. I don't think this is his first victim. Just like Bryce, he raped Jessica, he raped his own girlfriend Chloe, he raped Hannah, and I'm sure there were other girls that he has, other unconscious girls that he has raped, and he keeps getting away with it. So the sentence that Bryce only got 3 months probation, not even jail. And then Justin, you had Justin, this poor white kid that comes from a broken family. His mother is a drug addict. His mother's boyfriend is a drug dealer. And then Justin himself is a drug addict. The system went and gave him 6 months. Yeah, they gave him 6 months in juvie, even though he was an accomplice. The reason why he was an accomplice is because he saw what Bryce was about to do to Jessica, but he didn't do anything to stop it. So he was arrested as being an accomplice. That's fine. But how is it he got a longer sentence than Bryce did? And it's because, unfortunately, the court looked at Justin's background. They looked at Bryce's background, and they thought, well, Justin is most likely to commit some sort of a crime because of his background, so we're going to keep him in jail. Whereas Bryce, he comes from this good, wealthy family, so the chances of him committing this again is very low. So we're only going to give Bryce 3 months probation, not even 3 months in jail, and we're gonna put Justin in a juvie center, and yeah, that's about it. And that's the problem with the justice system in this country. If you're not wealthy and white, you're basically screwed. There's absolutely no reason why Justin should go to jail, especially since he was he was a witness. He gave up the name of who did what, and he was basically complying with the process. So if anything, Justin should have received a lower sentence than Bryce. But of course, he doesn't come from a prominent, wealthy family, so he received a longer sentence than Bryce, and that kind of made me upset. I was like, wow, wow. But anyways, that I like that the show touched on that. Also, Hannah. I don't want people to say that I'm victim blaming. This is a term that is going around a lot. But I felt as if Hannah was trying so hard to be friends with everybody. Even when I remember watching season 1 last year, and I'm like, why is Hannah being so friendly to everybody? You got to be careful who you're friends with, And season 2, you get a little background of Hannah, especially how she was in her previous high school. So apparently, Hannah was part of a group that was bullying other kids in her previous high school. This girl named Sarah. Brooklyn. Anyways, this girl named Sarah came and testified for the defense, the high school, Liberty High School. And Sarah basically gave her testimony and said how Hannah was a part of a group of girls that were bullying people, including her, Sarah herself. So I'm thinking, Hannah didn't like how she treated this girl Sarah, and Hannah, in a flashback, Hannah told Tony how shitty she was to Sarah, and she said she didn't want to repeat that behavior in the new high school that she's in, Liberty High School. So I felt as if she was trying so hard to be nice to everybody so that she won't repeat the same mistakes that she did in her previous high school. But unfortunately, she suffered. She suffered for it. Um, and I don't mean to blame her. I don't mean to, call her out or anything, but you have to be a little bit smarter about the things that you do and the decisions that you make. Like, there were some people she was just easily forgiven and going back to those people for, I don't know, whatever reason. Especially, I can't say especially, but I just felt as if Hannah was being a little too nice, trying too hard to be cool with everybody. Um Clay got on my last fucking nerves in this season too. I felt as if he had this savior complex, and I understand why he has this complex, because he felt as if he had done more, if he had listened to Hannah more, then Hannah would still be alive. So he's taken it upon himself to make sure that justice is delivered for Hannah. Every time when he's doing something, he always says, "I'm doing this for Hannah. I'm doing this for Hannah." But then in the scene where Hannah's ghost appears to him and he's just about to publish tapes online, and Hannah's ghost is like, "No, don't do this." And then Clay had the nerve to tell Hannah, "You don't have a say. You're dead. You don't have a say for what I should do. You do not have a say for what I'm about to do with these tapes. I'm going to do this." And he posted tapes online despite the fact Hannah's ghost told him, "Don't do this." So I don't know, Clay just got on my last nerves. He felt as if he was inconsiderate of other people. He sort of made everything about himself. Like when he went to visit his well, now ex-girlfriend, I forgot what was her name, Sally? Was it Sally? She's bipolar and she sometimes go through maniac episodes. So eventually when she was recovering at the medical facility, he went to visit her, and she told Clay, "I think it's best that we should, I can still love you, but I have to love you from afar. There's a lot of things that I need to fix on my own." And I completely agreed with Sally. I was like, "That's good." And what comes out of Clay's mouth? "You're going to forget me." I was like, "My dude, this is not about you. It's about Sally, for heaven's sake. She is the one with the mental health issue. She has to go through and recover on her own. It's not always about you, Clay." and and Sally, she reassured him, was like, "No, I will always remember you. It's just that I need to do this on my own." So that's why I'm saying that Clay has this savior complex, and he needs to. Oh my gosh, he really. I hope in season 3, if there's a season 3, because there has been a call for 13 Reasons Why to be canceled because of how this show ended. And let's talk about the ending of this show. The ending of this show really pissed me off because it was so unfucking realistic. So Emily gets a text, and right now that I'm thinking about it, I think Tyler was the one that texted Emily what he was about to do, and he texted her so that she could leave. I don't think he was expecting her to report back to anybody. But even before that, let's go back a little bit. Tyler is this kid. He is the outcast. And unfortunately, the students, they always neglect him. Even the good ones, they tend to neglect Tyler. Clay neglects Tyler. Um, Punk Rock Kid, I can't remember his name. Punk Rock Kid is Emily's older brother. Even him and Tyler, they were very cool with each other. And the way that they clicked is they hated the way the school was being ran, and they hate how the jocks always got away with certain things. Well, not certain things, but they got away with a lot of things. So they were sort of enacting vengeance. They were enacting their form of justice. The difference between the two of them is that Tyler is very reckless when it comes to um, enacting vengeance, whereas Punk Rock Kid, he thinks it through. He's strategic, and he always covers his track. Um, how I discovered this, Tyler went and posted pictures on Facebook of him and Punk Rock Kid vandalizing the baseball field at the high school, and because of that, they both got suspended. Well, no, Punk Rock Kid got suspended, but Tyler was recommended to go to some program. I forgot the name of the program to address his issues. Um, but when that happened, Punk Rock Kid went to Tyler. Was like, I can't. Basically, he went up to Tyler and said, I can't fuck with you anymore because you're too reckless. And Tyler was like, but I thought, you didn't care. I thought you wanted to get vengeance on these people. And Punk Rock Kid's like, yeah, I do, but I do it in a smart way. I do it in a way in which we don't get caught, And Punk Rock Kid started to distance himself little by little from Tyler. And then, Tyler went away to his program. And then after he completed his program, Tyler came back. And when he bumped into Punk Rock Kid, no, I think Punk Rock Kid approached Tyler. I think he was in the library. Tyler was in the library. And, they spoke for a little, and Tyler was like, do you think we can hang out for some time? And Punk Rock Kid basically said, I think it's better if we keep our distance from each other, but, maybe we can hang out in the months later on, but, let's allow things to die down a little, and then maybe we can hang out. And Tyler was like, cool. So Tyler, he's the true outcast of this school. And like I said, even the good kids, they neglect him. Another scene where they neglected Tyler is Adam. Is that his name? Is it Adam or Alan? The kid with the crane. I'm gonna call him Adam. Hopefully his name is Adam. He was the one that was dating Jessica. And he was having a birthday party, and he himself invited Tyler to the birthday party. And Tyler was like, yeah, sure, I'll come. And it wasn't just Adam. Adam's father was there, and Adam's father said, yeah, Tyler, you should come. So then Tyler shows up at the birthday party. Unfortunately, Adam is playing a video game. He's playing a video game in the arcade. So when Tyler shows up, I don't know where Adam's father was, but when Tyler showed up, Jessica and Zach, they were the first ones to see Tyler, and they're like, oh, what are you doing here? And Tyler said, Adam invited me. And then Jessica is like, you're not going to stay here, not with the pictures that you took of Adam. So basically, when Adam almost shot himself in the head, and he was unsuccessful in doing that. And because of that, he became, I don't want to say crippled, but he has a limp, and he lost some of his memory. So while Adam was in the hospital, Tyler took pictures Tyler took pictures of Adam in a coma. And even in season 2, Tyler showed Adam the pictures that he took of him in a coma. He said, I took these pictures so that you can see where you came from to where you are right now. Basically, so you can see the progress that you're in. And at first I was like, that's kind of cute, but I still felt as if it was a little inappropriate for him to take pictures of a coma induced Adam. But anyways, Adam appreciated it. And even despite that, Adam, invited Tyler to his birthday party. So Zach and Jessica, once Tyler said, hey, Adam invited me, that's when you should have shut up. Go to Adam and say, hey, Tyler is here. Is it true that you invited him? And Adam would have confirmed. But instead, they took it upon themselves to speak on behalf of Adam, and they basically told Tyler to get out, to go away. You're not invited. You're not welcomed here. So then Tyler left, and I felt bad for Tyler. When Tyler left, Adam showed up like 10 minutes later, and he was like, I think he was like, I think he saw Tyler. And he was like, hey, where's Tyler going? And Zach and Jessica told Adam, yeah, we told Tyler to leave because we didn't like what he did. Basically Tyler, like I said, he is the true outcast. Even the good kids treat Tyler like shit. But it was at this, what Monty did to Tyler, that was Tyler's breaking point. So, long story short, Monty sodomized Tyler. Tyler was in the bathroom washing his hands. Monty is here cursing Tyler out. Tyler is trying to make peace with Monty. Monty grabs Tyler's head, bangs his head on the mirror to the point that the mirror cracks, bangs Tyler's head on the sink, drags Tyler to the toilet, puts Tyler's head in the toilet. Then he asks his goons to hold Tyler down. The goons start to take off Tyler's pants. Monty gets the broomstick and, well, after that was done, Tyler is just sitting on the floor and he's crying. And when I saw that, I was like, he's going to shoot up the school. This is his breaking point. This is his breaking point. So when he texts Emily, Emily shows the text to they're at a school dance. Emily shows a text to her brother, Punk Rock Kid. Punk Rock Kid goes and tells Clay. Clay rounds up his posse. Zach is like, we need to call the cops. Clay is like, nah, I'm gonna try to talk to Clay. And I was like, Clay, you stupid motherfucker. I was like, there's absolutely no way you're going to talk Clay. There's absolutely no way that you're going to be able to talk Tyler out from shooting up the school. He went through his breaking point. Unless there's a way that you're able to reassure Tyler that you're gonna get Monty back for what he did, there's absolutely no way that you're going to talk Tyler out from doing what he's doing. And that scene annoyed the shit out of me. Clay is there talking to Tyler, trying to talk Tyler down, and eventually it fucking works. And to me, I think that is so dangerous because let's say somebody does get word that, because I'm sorry to say this shooting, I think the shooting happened last week Friday. Was it at Parkland? If a kid or somebody gets notification or gets a heads up that there's an armed teen approaching the school about to shoot up the place, instead of them calling the cops, these teens are going to be like, oh, I watched 13 Reasons. I can go and talk to this kid and get him to not and prevent him from, I can talk him down from shooting up the school. That is not going to fucking work. It is not going to work. So I hope the teenagers that watched season 2 of 13 Reasons Why, they better not think that's going to work. I think what should have happened in that scene, Clay is there talking to Tyler, and Tyler's like, you don't understand, because that's sort of what was happening. You don't understand, da 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 da, and this is what Clay should have said. If there's anybody that will understand, it is me. I am here to listen to you. Talk to me. Tell me what happened. I am here. I'm willing to listen to you. What happened to Hannah? I don't want it to happen to anybody else. Talk to me. Tell me. And Tyler is like, no, you won't understand what they did to me. You would never understand what they did to me. And Clay is like, who did what to you? Tell me. Talk to me. If there's anybody that will understand, it will be me. I got jumped in the locker room by some goons. They jumped me. They beat the shit out of me. And yet here I am. I'm here talking to you. Tell me, who are they? Who did this to you? And Tyler is breaking down. He's breaking down. Monty, you don't know what he did to me. You don't know what he did to me. And Clay is like, what did he do to you? What did he do to you? And Tyler is like, I was in the bathroom and Monty got a broomstick. And Tyler right there is just breaking down, crying. And Clay is like, you went in the bathroom and Monty got a broomstick? And Tyler's just breaking down. He got his goons. They held me down. Clay, they held me down. And Monty used the broomstick on me. And Clay right then and there, puts two and two together. They held Tyler down and Monty used a broomstick. Holy shit. And right then and there, Tyler is there breaking down, crying. And Clay is like, listen to me. We're going to make Monty pay for this shit. That's my word to you. We're going to make him pay. And then you see Tony pull up the car. Clay tells Tyler, go inside the car. And right then and there, Clay tells Tony, take Tyler to the hospital. And Tony is like, what? And Clay ignores Tony and he tells Tyler, you gotta go to the hospital, man. It's because there was no physical evidence of Bryce raping Jessica, of Bryce raping Hannah, of Bryce raping Chloe. We weren't able to put Bryce away. But if you go to the hospital right now and you give physical evidence and you tell them what Monty did to you, we can put Monty away. And right then and there, Clay asks Tyler, do you remember if Monty threw the broomstick away? And Tyler would say, I don't think he threw the broomstick away. He just dropped it on the floor. Because remember, after he did what he did, even though Tyler didn't see it, he heard Monty, you heard Monty throwing the broomstick on the floor. And the broomstick had Tyler's blood on it. And then Clay is like, we're going to get him, Tyler. We're going to get him back. And Tony, of course, is looking bewildered. And Clay looks at Tony again and says, take Tyler to the hospital right now. I'll explain everything else. I'll explain everything later. And Tony's like, all right, cool. And he drives into the hospital. That is the only way that scene would have made sense to me. Tyler had to receive some sort of reassurance that what Monty did to him, justice will be served. Because that is the reason why he is there to shoot up everybody. Because he feels as if what was done to him, it will go away. Nobody will pay attention. Nobody will address it. Nobody will bring Monty to justice. That's why he's going there to shoot up his school. Most of these people, when they shoot up a place, they're trying to make a statement. You have to give Tyler some sort of reassurance that what was done to him, it will be taken care of. And they did not show that in the scene. They just showed Clay speaking the generic, oh, don't do this, you're going to shoot up this place, and then a week later, everybody's going to forget about it. And that, if I was like, good, I don't give a fuck. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't want people, I just want to inflict pain. That's what I want. And that's where that scene fell short for me. And that's what made me feel as if this series sort of falls short on. Last season, a lot of people were complaining that they did a horrible job addressing mental health issues. And in season 2, they tried to address it with Hannah's character by saying that Hannah's mother, Olivia, her family, Olivia's side of the family, especially the females, they struggle through, they have a history of mental illness. And Olivia even revealed when she was on the stand that she herself went to therapy, you know. And the defense, I felt as if the defense did a good thing asking her this question. Wait, you went to therapy, but you never thought about putting your daughter into therapy as well? Especially for the fact that your daughter was bullying another kid, you never thought about putting your child into therapy as well? Especially since you know that there's a history of mental illness in your family. And when the defense asked her that question, I was like, they're gonna lose this case just right then and there, because right there the defense is building a case that you as a parent didn't do enough to ensure that your daughter's well-being was secured. So they sort of tried to address mental health issues, and then you had other characters like Sally, who was bipolar. They addressed her issue, but I felt as if this last scene with Clay talking Tyler out, it was just so unrealistic, and it was just so, that would never ever work until, just like how I described, if Tyler somehow vaguely revealed to Clay, just like how Hannah vaguely revealed to the guidance counselor that she was raped by Bryce, if Tyler somehow vaguely revealed to Clay that he was sodomized by Monty, and then Clay put 2 and 2 together and was like, we're gonna get Monty back, that was the only way Tyler would have stopped. Tyler would not have proceeded with his plan. And to me, the show fell short on that. I think it could have been really, really powerful, because right there you're showing teenagers that if they can't confine in adults, they can at least confine within each other. And I know this is a theme that they do put in the show, but this last scene right here, between, especially with a character like Tyler, who hardly reveals his secrets or whatever to his friends, that scene right there could have really been powerful. As I said, if he had vaguely revealed to Clay that he was sodomized by Monty. And besides that, I just want something to be done to Monty. I really want something to be done to him. He went and threatened, he basically terrorized everybody that was going to testify on behalf of the prosecutor, on behalf of Olivia, on behalf of Hannah. He terrorized them. He was so close to killing some people, you know. Something has to be done to Monty. And if there's a season 3, I hope there's a season 3, because there are people that are calling for this show to be canceled, especially because of the last episode. And I really don't blame them for that, because like I said, suggesting that you can just talk to somebody, you can talk them out, and and it's not as if Clay tried to find out what was really bothering Tyler, telling him, yo, talk to me, tell me what. He was just vaguely saying, oh, he was basically criticizing Tyler for what he was about to do. And you, in a way, you don't want to do that to somebody that has made up their mind and doing something like what Tyler was about to do. You gotta be like, yo, talk to me, tell me what happened, talk to me, I can understand. Clay wasn't really doing that. And to me, like I said, it sends a very unrealistic expectation of how to talk out shooters or whatever. But I have to give this show something. It does have people talking about certain things, whether it's school shooting, whether it's drug use, whether it's the injustices in the justice system, sexual harassment, sexual assault, um, the roles girls and boys play when it comes to sex, when it comes to consent, enablers. Because, like I said, the biggest problem with Bryce's character is that he is surrounded by enablers. And no doubt, it's the same thing with Brock Turner. He is surrounded by enablers. Like, his father wrote this horrible letter basically blaming the chick that he raped. Yeah, basically blaming the chick that he raped for destroying Brock's career. So Brock is surrounded by enablers, and it's the same thing with Bryce. He is surrounded by enablers, and the show is basically putting out, you gotta call out your people on their bullshit. Especially men. They need to call out other men on their bullshit. Because Hannah, Jessica, all these other women can come forward and say all these things, but if men are not holding other men accountable, if there is no accountability, certain men will continue their behaviors, you know. That happens when you live in Brooklyn. But anyways, that's my review on 13 Reasons Why season 2. As I said earlier in the video, I will be reviewing Infinity Wars later on. I have to go see Deadpool 2. I am going to watch Dare White People season 2 very soon. We'll probably start after I'm done with this. So I will watch that and I'll also review it. And of course, I have to do my part 4 of my Black Panther review, and I have to review Black Museum, which was the last episode of Black Mirror. So I have a lot of things to record. I will put the link. My friends and I, we have released episode 4 of our podcast where we do talk about Infinity Wars. There are other things that I would like to talk about. So I'll talk about Infinity Wars for myself. So I will put the link of that in the description box below for you to check out the podcast. And we have a hilarious cover photo for that. So please like this video, subscribe, and tell me what you think about 13 Reasons Why season 2 and season 1. What were your complaints about it, and how do you think the show can be improved? And also, what are the things that you did like about 13 Reasons Why? Okay, and I'll be reading the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!